What's up guys, welcome to my testing world. Why are we here? Well, I have got so many burning ideas in my brain for 1.18 I needed to start designing before I explode. And why am I doing them now is because there's only so much room in my head. Like at the moment I've got no ideas for the server and the two realms that I'm currently in. So there's not really much I can do on them until I get some of these 1.18 ideas out of my head. Now, to give you a bit of context into what I'm about to do, there's something I've got to show you. Here goes nothing. This is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. I never thought I'd be doing this for YouTube. Don't get the ideas, Harley. This is what I'm talking about for 1.18. As you can see, I've got serious issues. I'm a bit of an alien nut. Forget the predators for a little while, but we're just gonna focus on aliens in 1.18, specifically the first two films and the planet LV-246, where the first two films are pretty much based. And yeah, let's get back into Minecraft, shall we? That was so weird, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, let's go see what I've got planned for next season in Bedrock Edition. LV-246. This is the planet I'm going to make. So, without further ado, let's get into the basics. Standard terrain. I am going for deep slate, dark coloured walls, black stone buttons, etc, etc. I think it looks kind of like the surface of the planet, and then the raised terrain is very spiky. The campfires, I think, make a nice touch. All of this has got hidden lighting in it, like some glowstone under there too. Moving on, I've put in this like green oozy river with glowstone down there underneath some carpets as well. I'm gonna have a few of these flowing everywhere. I'm taking a gamble with that. None of this is in the film, but I like it, and it needs a bit of variation. Up here is just a waterfall of the same sort of thing that I'm going for, and then we've got cave systems. Now, I really like this glow lichen. I think it is perfect for that oozy, sort of ganky, sticky-ish material that kind of drips off or hangs down off of all of these alien hives and their planet. Let's cut to a video quick. So here's the dropship just coming into the planet. Lights are on and this image flashes up, just showing you how jaggedy the stuff actually really is. And now they're cruising down, and you can start to make out some of these dark, nasty looking rocks and such, which is my inspiration for the terrain. And if you add together everything that we've seen already, I've made a bit of a mix here. So we've got the terrain I'm going for, we've got the river and the sort of peak and the cave. It's kind of an all-in-one. And while I am here, I need to mention I am building this terrain as far as render distance. So from the center of my base, looking in every direction, I'm changing the entire biome. That is surface and cave terrain out of the way. Now it's time to get onto the mechanical side of things. After all, someone did try and terraform this planet, so now we'll get into that. Everyone knows what this is. If you don't, here's a reminder.
away from her, you bitch!
It's the loading mech suit that Ripley fought the Alien Queen with in the second Alien film, and I absolutely love it. And behind me, I've had a stab at the Wayland Industries logo. It needs some work, definitely, but this thing I absolutely love. And on to my next idea. Some industrial style tunnels with the hazard tape, all the metal. I'm trying to get an idea of elevation going up and down. It's all lit up with end rods at the top and glowstone underneath. It's all completely spawn proof, and most of my higher level tunnels will be made out of this stuff, and you won't see any of the outsides because it will all be buried. This is my favorite. I called it the tunnel conversion. It is where the aliens are basically slowly starting to reclaim the tunnels that the humans have come and made. So they're slowly sort of taking it back over, and I'm really pleased with how this sort of blend turned out. I can't wait to, the deeper you go in my base, the worse it gets, sort of thing. And onto our first space building or structure. I'm not a fan of this, but I wanted to get an idea of the blend between the biome and the buildings that will be on top of it. I don't think I'm going to be using copper. I really don't like the look of it, but take a look at this and see what you think. This little section is the inspiration for the sort of humanoid tunnels. Obviously, I can't get the right block palette perfectly. And this, I really love. The blend of an alien planet with something that humans have come along and added to. I really want to try and recreate that. So that's basically just an idea of how the structures I'm going to build will blend into the biome that I'm going to create, and it's going to have pylons and aerial dishes and antenna and smokestacks and everything, and oh I can't wait. I just want to do it now. Don't go anywhere. The best bits have yet to come. Next up is the big black box. I've named it the Atmosphere Simulator, but let's face it, it's a big black box. Let's go in here. Suspense rising, rainy Grinch slow-mo. Look at that. So this is what I've got planned. My base and biome is going to be surrounded by black walls and a black ceiling, and it's going to look like you're floating in space whenever you come and visit me. I am going to block out the Minecraft sun, and this is just a little example of how it would look. Obviously it's very close to us right now, so you can sort of make out the details, but on a much larger scale, this is what I'm doing with my entire biome base build, whatever. It's going to take a while, but I'm doing it nonetheless. Big details mean nothing without small details. I've learned this off of looking at Owl's base in my last episode, and I'm going to do silly little things like this all over it. Little tables, little chairs, little vending machines, and this is my favourite idea, map art. I could draw like a chest, not a chest burster, a face hugger on these two maps, you know, like with all its legs and its tail, and I could put them maps on the walls like all around my build, like they're crawling all over it and stuff. Devil's in the details, but I'm doing it all. Oh yeah, and there will be aliens too. That queen specifically is going in my storage room. In fact, for every build, there will be an alien, a vehicle, a building, anything. It will just the two things will interact with one another. And finally, I've built myself a bit of a little to-do list of early farms I want. Wool is pretty obvious. These are the auto section. Glow liching I can automate, I think. Cactus, a stone jenny. Iron farm is definite. And which farm I'm thinking about, I'm not too sure whether I want to build this in a swamp. If I can get a double witch farm, I'm 100% doing it. But that means finding two witch huts close together early on in the season, which is going to be tricky. Real tricky. And then I've got my manual grind, deep slate. I'm going to use so much of that. I'm going to be digging all the time. I've got to make a concrete converter, so I'm going to need gravel and sand quite a lot. And I've got end rods everywhere, and they're going to have to wait until we fight the dragon in 1.18. But I think iron and wool are 100% what I've got to do first. The rest, apart from digging deep slate, the rest I can sort of build up over time. Before I finish, guys, a couple of questions. What do you think of my 1.18 plans? And do you have any 1.18 plans of your own? I'd love to know down in the comments. Please leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And now that my conscience is clear and I've got all these ideas off my chest, I can go and play on Seacraft, TurtleHavoc, or Corruption. Oh, God. There's so many. I can't wait till I've got one world to play on so I can build all this alien stuff. Anyway, peace out, guys. Have a good day. And I'll see you in the next episode of God knows what.